Everyone, Irit here, and I have a new process video for you. And this one is to show you kind of what Jen and I prepared for you in our newest class called Custom Made. I'm just showing you what I'm using here. It's two sets from Altenew, and one of them is called Beautiful Day. I'll talk a bit about the class as I'm doing stuff that don't need explanation. So this whole video is inspired by the techniques that Jen shows in the class, and I was most inspired by this beautiful layout she created using a stamp, and she used markers to stamp it. Now I started with markers, and then it kind of took a life of its own from there on. I was also, because I was thinking of Jen, I pulled out this stamping platform that I recently got and haven't had a chance yet to use. And this one is from Holtz. I think it's made by Tonic, if I'm not mistaken. I've never had anything like this because I figured it was mostly for card makers. But when I saw Jen using hers, and also the feature that you can basically use it on the background of scrapbook layouts, because it can fit a 12 by 12. I mean, the platform is not 12 by 12, but it's open in a way that you can stick a really large piece of paper there and reach basically every spot on a 12 by 12 piece of paper, cardstock, pattern paper, whatever. So I wanted to try it out, and I have to tell you, I really love it. It's fantastic. It's just, it makes things so much easier. So I started with just playing around. This is one of those sets that are very popular in the recent couple of years, that you can layer the images. And I think mostly it's intended for, you know, stampers and more the traditional ink pad stamping. For these type of stamps, the ones that you can layer, I think every flower here has like 3 or 4 different layers. But I kind of just, I don't know, played around with it. I just used the outline that I'm stamping in black, and then one of those layering stamps, not the one that has the whole area of the flower, but one that is supposed to have just, I guess, some sort of highlights or something. And I just preferred that look better. And this kind of became like a playtime. I started with using markers, but I have to say they're a little bit more fussy for me personally. Obviously, you can get a more accurate application of ink with a marker as opposed to an ink pad, but since when do I do anything accurate? So at some point I switched to ink pads, and mostly I have one set of the Distress mini inks, and they're fantastic. I just love them. So you'll see me at some point here. I'm still like playing with the markers, just trying different things, trying to start with the outline stamp, then go to the inside stamp, just switching them around, playing around, adding lots of water to get that watercolor look. And that's one of the keys to getting a different look. So the more water you add, the more kind of splotchy and messy and water stained it will look. And you know, the less you use, then it'll be just more like regular stamping with ink. And it got pretty messy, I have to tell you. My hands were full of ink by the time this was done. I don't have now paper towels in my room. I kind of removed those because I manufacture so much trash as it is. Sorry, this is going in a little bit of a random digressing stage here, but I'm just trying to produce less trash, because just the packaging from all the scrapbooking goodies, and you know, I do order a lot of like my art supplies online because I can't get them locally. So all this, it just piles up, and I'm going to shock you now with a fact about living in the Austrian countryside. We get our trash picked up once a month. Yes. For me, it was shocking. I don't know, living in a city in Israel, you know, they clear the trash, I think, every day or other day. And since moving to the countryside, we lived for a year and a bit in the town here next to us. So there, I think they picked up, and it was kind of like you know, like these small houses with a few tenants in each house. So it wasn't a private house. But anyway, they would clear the trash every 2 weeks. And, you know, and there were like these big communal trash cans. They did get full at the end of every 2 weeks, but still. But now, when we're living in a private house outside in the countryside, I have never spent so much time thinking about trash, organizing trash, separating trash. And I do think it's good to be aware because, you know, we're going to drown in trash if we don't, if we're not careful. I mean us as in humanity. But yeah, it's, I have to say, it's kind of an annoyance sometimes when the trash cans are full and the month is not yet up. So yeah, so we have these little trash cans, and we're supposed to fit a month's worth of trash in them. And of course, you know, once a month they pick up the paper trash, and then the plastic trash, and then the regular trash, and then you can drive a bit and throw the glass and metal to separate trash cans. It's a whole thing. But my point is that I just removed paper towels from my room because I didn't want to make more trash than I already do. And I'm just using like a baby cloth to, you know, wipe out all of the extra paint and splatters and everything. And I have on my desk, you can see I'm working on a newspaper print type of paper, which is super absorbent. So I can just, any paint that I have left on my brush or anywhere, if I missed things or something, I can just do this on that paper and it just dries instantly. So yeah. I'm just telling you all this because you see me just playing around, and I did really like the very, very watercolored look. So you want to make sure, if you want that look, you want to make sure that when you like spray water on your stamp, you want to see the ink on your stamp really pooling, like into little drops or big droplets, and you won't get an accurate stamping, but you will get that beautiful watercolored look. And you can see what I mean in the close-up shots at the end. You can get a better look of all the pieces. So I fussy cut everything I made, or the ones that I thought I would want to use, and now I just pulled out a few papers from the April hip kit. I have a lot of leftovers, and yeah, I thought I could use them. So I'm using this lovely paper from Pink Fresh Studio, and also this piece of scrap from, I think this is from the Paige Evans collection, the Oh My Heart one, if I'm not mistaken. It has this, you know, it looks like paint swatches. And I'm also using this gorgeous piece of transparency. I think that one is from Maggie Holmes. So I was kind of being lazy, and I'm using one of my last dimensional adhesive packages. These are a bit pricey, so I switched to foam, just regular fun foam that I stick beneath my photos and embellishments. You see me use that in every video. But here I was just like, okay, it's here, I'm going to use it. And it went really fast. So I'm just playing around. I wasn't intending on doing my, you know, crazy color matching stuff, but it kind of did work out that way. When I did all my stamping, I didn't know which papers I was going to use on my layout, and eventually it turned out really nice with this, you know, swatch paper that I have going from yellow to the dark pink there. And I have this cute little photo of my daughter, of Lily, my baby, and just munching on something, but it turned out as a really pretty photo. You can see her pretty face and big brown eyes. And yeah, I wanted to use it. So this was the easy part because I already have these really pretty stamped images and I just need to decide where to place them. I also stamped a few butterflies from another Altenew set. It's a really huge set with lots of butterflies, and you can also layer that one. So if you like if you like butterflies, then you should check out that set. I'll try to put a link if I can find it. And now I want to add my title, and I'm going to use this piece of chipboard from Amy Tan's On a Whim. She has these lovely chipboard letters. Jen also uses this on, I think, not this particular piece of chipboard, but something else from that package on the layout that inspired me. So I just grabbed it. I also had it in my stash, and I chose to use this orange piece that says "Do Your Thing," which is a very appropriate for Lily because she's quite a unique little thing. And yeah, and I'm just deciding if I want to include that other flower. Actually, you know, looking at it now, I think all the options looked pretty. It's just easy when you work with pretty embellishments. And yeah, but I end up not using that second pink flower. I should have. It looks really cute like this. Like this. Like that's... Maybe I'll go back and add it because if I leave these things on my desk too long, they tend to get lost in the mess. So yes, our class, as our previous two classes, is a really fun scrapbooking class. Just, you know, pick up your supplies and go. Jen created 10 beautiful projects for the class, and I did also. And we also offer bundle packages if you want to take more of our more than one class. I will leave all the links in the description box. I am also giving away a spot in the class, so please leave me a comment on this video and tell me what are your favorite classes to take and which class you would like to see from me next, because I am open to suggestions. I'm starting to think ahead a little bit now that we finished the custom-made class. So leave me a comment and you can win a spot in the class. Adding some finishing touches with these hearts from Amy Tan. They are from an older collection. I can't remember which one. I just had them hanging around nearby, so I grabbed them and used the ones with colors that worked well for my color scheme. And I am just going to add my journaling, and this will be it. Oh, what I also added was I just went around with a black pen around that pattern paper, just to give it a little bit more definition. It somehow looked, especially the top part of it, that, you know, is just, I cut that part. It's not the natural edge of that pattern paper. Just looked a little bit, I don't know, it was kind of attracting my attention and not in a good way. So I think just adding that frame around it gave it a more finished look. I mean, the outline with the pen. So our class is called Custom Made. Make sure you check out Jen's channel because she will also have a video inspired by the class. Here's my finished layout. All that yummy stamping stuff. Love it. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.